Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Today we're going to be learning about something really important called copyright. This is a tool that's going to help us understand how to use things from the internet safely and respectfully. So, let's get started. Let's begin by defining what copyright means. Copyright is a law that protects people's creative work. That means if someone makes a song, a picture, or any other kind of creative work, that project belongs to the person who created it. They become the author. You are not allowed to copy or use the artwork without the author's permission. Sometimes creators add a special mark like this one on the right, the C with inside a circle, to show that their work is copyrighted. It usually comes with the year that the work was made and the name of the person or company who owns it. So, for example, if you go to the store and you go buy a Disney toy, you will probably find in the box this information that says has this copyright symbol 2023 and Disney. This means that Disney owns the right to that work and you cannot copy it as your own. So, to understand copyright rules better, let's take a look at this example. In the movie Coco, if you haven't seen it, um, the character Ernesto de la Cruz becomes a very famous singer in Mexico because of beautiful songs like Recuérdame. Now, if you haven't seen the movie, I am so sorry, but I will be giving you a spoiler alert. At the end of the movie, we find out that Hector, he was the real creator of the songs Recuérdame and all the songs that Ernesto sang. But Ernesto stole the lyrics and claimed them as his own. That right there is a copyright violation because Ernesto used Hector's original work without permission and didn't give him credit for it. And the worst part of all is that he made money from it, which makes it even more serious. So, how do you think this makes Hector feel? Or how would you feel if someone did the same thing to you? I'm pretty sure that's going to make you feel frustrated or upset because it's not fair that somebody else's takes the work that you did, that you work hard for. So, this is why it's important to know copyright rules to help protect people like Hector so their work isn't stolen and you don't hurt other people's feeling through it. So, let's talk about the type of works that are protected through copyright. If, so, if someone made it, remember, it's probably protected. So, some of these works include stories and books, songs and music, theater performances that you see in shows, photos, arts and sculptures, movies and videos, even dances or choreographies, in other words. Also, the designs of buildings and logos of companies that we see around. These are the type of work that are protected through copyright rules, and it's important that we don't copy them. Now, believe it or not, even kids have copyright. Copyright starts at the moment you start creating something. So imagine you draw a picture of a dragon right now. As soon as you finish it, you become the owner of it. That means no one else can copy it or say that it's theirs without your permission. You don't need to fill out a form, pay money, or put the copyright symbol on it unless you need to, because it automatically becomes copyrighted material. So now I know we know that sometimes people's work is so amazing and you want to use it for a project. So we're going to talk about ways to use other people's work with some exception. The first one is fair use. Fair use means you can use a small part of someone else's work without permission, but only in special cases like for school projects, teaching, or news. Or if you're going to do this, it's important to follow some important rules. So, if you want to use somebody's work, ask yourself these four questions. Why are you using it? Are you using it to teach a lesson to somebody or to for you to learn or to use it for a school project? That usually is okay. But if you're going to use it to make money out of it, then that is not okay. It's kind of like what Ernesto de la Cruz did in the movie Coco. Also, what are you using? Are you using facts or ideas? That's okay. But if you're going to use songs, stories, or pictures, that's going to need a little bit more care. If you're going to use it, make sure you give credit for it. Now, how much are you going to be using? Are you going to be using a small part of it? For example, maybe you want to use a small paragraph from a book you read. If you are, you must give credit to the owner. Using the whole book is not right. And the last question you need to ask yourself is, will it hurt the creator? For example, Hector Rivera from Coco, he was hurt because of what Ernesto did to him. So if you're going to use it to stop people from buying the original work, it's probably not fair use. So make sure you follow these, ask yourself these questions, and if your answer to it are probably a no, then it's most likely that it's not fair use and you might get some consequences for it. Other copyright licenses are Creative Commons and public domains. Now, Creative Commons is a special way that people share their work with others. And it's like saying you can use it, but follow my rule. Some creators let you use the work, but only if you give credit to them, if you don't make any changes to their work, and if you don't use it to make money. If you see the Creative Commons symbols on a project, which is the double C with the circle, it means the creator is okay with sharing as long as you mention who made it. Public domain means that the work is free for everyone to use because no one owns it anymore. Sometimes you can find a really old book, like written over 100 years ago, and this will probably become public domain. That means you can copy it, you can share it, and you can even make it your own version. This usually happens, like I said, because it's old or because the creator also chose to give it away to the public. Now, even though it has public domain and you don't need to ask for permission or give credit, it's usually still nice to give credit, even though you still have the permission to do it. But think about those important rules of respecting. So, how can you give credit to the authors? Well, you can do it by citing sources. Citing means that you're going to say where you got your information from. For example, let's say you want to use this picture of Coco that you got from Charles Scott Gallery website for a culture class project. You can, when you're presenting, you can say in Charles Scott Gallery, etc., etc. When you become a little older, you're going to learn how to write citation, which is like the ones on the bottom of the picture. This information includes who made it, the author, and when was this project made, the date, what kind of work is it? Is it a photo? Is it a paragraph? Is it a text? You let me know what kind of format is it. And then you're going to also say, where did you find it? Through a website link or through what book did you get it from? Once you cite and give credit to the owner, okay, it lets everybody knows that you didn't make it and you're helping people find other people's creative work, which is something really, really nice to do. Now, what happens if you break copyright rules? If you do it, there's going to be some serious consequences. So, for example, the first one is you can get bad grades. If you copy someone else's work and don't say where it came from, your teacher might give you a lower grade or ask you to redo a project, and it could affect your grades. Also, you lose the trust of people. Nobody might, maybe there might be no trust if you don't know. I'm sorry, you might not, people might not trust you if they find out you copied somebody else's work and said it was yours, because it's not something nice to do. For grown-ups or companies, breaking copyright rules can lead to paying high fines, which are tickets, and also going to court for it, which can affect maybe going to jail, which is not something we want to do. Also, there's a lot of YouTubers out there, and I know some of you might want to become one of those. If you post something online that breaks copyright rules, it might get taken down. You, for example, you want to add a YouTube video or a TikTok, but you use somebody else's work without giving credit, you will most likely end up losing your account and you won't be allowed to be uploading videos again. So think about those consequences when you are using somebody else's work. So now that you know the importance of following copyright rules, don't forget to be safe before grabbing somebody else's work. It's always, when you want to use somebody else's work, always ask for permission before using it. Look for Creative Commons or the public domain symbols in order to know if it's possible to use it. And also, always, always, always give credit to the owner to show some respect. When you follow these rules, you're not only showing respect, but you become a smart digital citizen. Don't forget the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Don't be like Ernesto de la Cruz, who took Hector's lyrics to become famous through it. Don't hurt others people feelings because you want to benefit from it. Always, always give credit, and I can assure you good things will happen to you. Thank you, and I hope you learned this important lesson.